Today, the 11th of October, 2025, in my birthplace of Dundastan, Abaco, Bahamas, in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. It is Sabbath Saturday throughout the Caribbean, and indeed, happy Sabbath to the real believers. I saw Brave at the House Assembly, him, Frankie, and Lobie Jobs singing with all members of Parliament of the PLP, singing, "Bind us together, Lord, bind us together." And I had some reflection when I hear that song and I see that video of Brave and Frankie trying to bind Abaco together. I was passing the Haitian church on the airport road, and I saw what I call the white Americans were swarming around the church, and I was wondering why I haven't seen that throughout North Abaco. So I stopped, I turned around, went back there, inside, outside, they were working like ants. And I asked the question, how did you all know? Why did you all pick this church rather than other church? I found out the answer later. Weeks after that, the Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas showed up. It was an interesting day then. The car was lying on the airport road, and Brave invited every Haitian pastor to this church that he had. This particular NGO went and fixed up this church because the Prime Minister was coming to bind us together. I went inside the church. Brave spent 3 hours in there. And I thought that it was only Brave there until I look up front. I saw Pintard with the chairman of the F&M. All of them were there. And every Haitian pastor in Abaco was present. They didn't invite, nor were there one single pastor of an English-speaking North Abaco, North South Abaco. None of them was invited by the pastor of the church. Neither one of them was invited by the Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, nor were they invited. No pastor from North Abaco of English speaking was invited by the F&M and the F&M chairman and their delegation. The F&M to the left, the PLP to the right. That's why we say they're all of the same. And the more interesting thing is that nobody from the F&M can understand Creole. So they had an interpreter. Even Brave, that said that he's a Haitian, Brave was so dumb and stupid, Brave don't even understand his native language of Creole. And 3 hours, that fella there speaking Creole to Brave, and he up there just like those chimpanzees that they go to Africa to feed. He right there just like that. He don't understand what's going on. But that was a hopeful time to be a Bahamian, that for 4 years, the Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas has not gathered all of the churches in North Abaco and had a meeting with the believers of English speaking. But he and the F&M hierarchy made sure that the Haitian church was up and ready for them to have this huge meeting for 3 hours. I don't think Brave would spend 3 hours with no Bahamian, no church, no organization in 4 years. But he was there present on the airport road for 3 to 4 hours. Can't even speak the language, but he was assuring the Haitians that they're good. He's going to make sure that he rebuilt for them. And he was binding them together, binding the Haitian population, the Haitian pastors. He was binding them together with love. But that love has not been transcended throughout North Abaco. 4 years later, Brave have not visited any church in that amount of pastor to bind the people of North Abaco. the Bahamian pastors has not been bind together with love nor hate. He has totally forgotten them. Far as I know, he hasn't made sure that they got material. He hasn't bind them together with anything. So I want to know who pastor in North Abaco gonna bind together to vote for Brave Davis when only church that he's bind together was the Haitian church on the airport road. You all vote for the Coalition of Independence because Kai is here to remind you that Brave is binding the other people together with love, but he's hating the majority of the people that got him the power. That is the indigenous Bahamian. Vote for Kai, Coalition of Independence, because Kai still cares. And I'm trying to bind you together as Bahamians because that's the way it ought to be in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. Kai cares. Vote Kai Mills, Coalition of Independence, North Abaco, because Kai cares. That's why he's here.